Would you rather give up your phone forever or every decision you make for the rest of your life has to be approved by your parents?
It ain't gonna happen.
Wow.
But the spiders are huge, but they don't do anything.
No. I don't care if it's this small. I don't care if it's this big.
If it says don't trespass, bro.
Thought about scratching her ass.
While I'm in the grocery store, Brittany just tooted walking down the aisle.
Yes. It doesn't cost anything to share our videos. Share with a friend, your mama, your daddy.
You could pay me though.
$1,227, yep.
What?
I was one of them.
Oh, y'all lit.
Hey.
Y'all got us to 1,227 subscribers. Y'all are showing up and showing out. We really appreciate you guys. We wouldn't be here without you. Just keep sharing, keep liking, keep commenting. We need that motivation to keep going. So keep doing what you're doing.
And just to throw a little extra in there, it's my turn. Britt did the 500 subscribers. So I would do something. There's another Squabble podcast on YouTube. Mm-hmm. They are currently at 1,300 subscribers. So when you type in Squabble podcast, because we are uploading more frequent, we pop up, our videos pop up first, but their page pops up before ours. If we get to 2K by the end of the month, I'll let them, everybody in this room, including Van Eric, throw a cream pie in my face. If
Yes,
we get to 2K
sir.
by October 1st, midnight.
Let's make that happen, please, because they were a little aggressive with them plates. I got to get my get back.
Welcome back, Squabble Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you saw in the last episode, I did follow through on my promise. Today we have a special guest star, Mr. Van Eric. Thank you for joining us. We will have him tell us a little bit about himself and then jump right into the podcast.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I said my name's Van Eric. Actually met her at work. She was sitting right next to me. That's very annoying. Just a quick little, get to know me facts. Born in Haiti, raised in Miami. Spent 3 years in Boston. Don't recommend it because snow, not for me. Been down here in the Atlanta area for almost a year now, since November. So I like it down here. Weather's nice. Not a fan of the bugs, but I'm from Florida, so same thing. Not that much of a difference, but not a spider fan. So yeah, I just had an encounter a couple days ago with one right outside the door. So yeah, not enjoying that, but I'm my own exterminator, so I got a whole perimeter set around my apartment.
So considering you're not a fan of spiders, I assume you never plan on going to Australia.
Never in my life will I go to Australia or New Zealand. Yeah, Australia or New Zealand. Oh, it's good to look at.
Yeah.
On the street. All right, but as far as me physically going there, it ain't gonna happen.
But the spiders are huge, but they don't do anything.
No. I don't care if it's this small. I don't care if it's this big. Get away from me.
Understood.
Not a fan.
This is going to be a fun one. Fun podcast. So, all right. Thank you for the intro. Welcome to the podcast. We're going to start off as we normally do with a game, but this game is new to everybody. It's called Push the Button. So everybody be on their own team. What?
I'm listening.
I thought because you sounded like you wanted to say something. Everybody will be on their own team. I will list something. You guys will decide individually if it's worth pushing the button. Everything, it'll be something grand, but there's always a stipulation.
Okay.
Do I get a button though?
Oh no! You would just we normally do like a thumbs up.
pins. We can use those as buttons.
I was just gonna have like y'all.
Yeah,
put
I'll
thumbs
do
up
that.
if you want to
Yeah,
push it,
that's fine.
or we can just go 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes.
Nah,
no, no, no.
because I'm gonna need a real button.
Yeah.
So
I
For
know.
you?
I'll do thumbs up.
Okay.
For you. All right. Now we know. Now we know. So the first one. Everybody good on the rules though.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one is all the world's problems get fixed. That includes diseases, poverty, no more wars, all that stuff. But you will be 4 inches shorter.
Oh,
Is it worth pushing the button?
I'm not pushing Chad.
You'll just be 6 feet flat.
I don't care.
I'm barely pushing 5'9". Chill out, man. I've been short my whole life. I was 5'5" until senior year. I don't want to go through that again.
I'll push it. I could be 5'2".
Y'all can keep
It's
y'all
different
problems.
for a girl.
Yeah, y'all can keep y'all problems.
It's different for a girl. I wouldn't.
Yeah, y'all can keep
I'm
y'all
right
problems.
at
We
6
good.
feet. I'm not gonna go.
You'll still be taller than me.
I guess. So that's the type of stuff we're gonna be asking. So the next one is be the best looking person in the world, but you have an IQ of 50.
I look good enough.
I wouldn't want it even if it was a different, if you would, situation.
So no. All right.
I don't want that attention.
You get the chance to flip a coin for $1 billion if it lands on tails. But if it lands on heads, that's 25 years taken off your lifespan. Are you pushing the button?
No.
What?
I'm Haitian.
That's a
I'm
big
Haitian.
risk.
We live long.
That's a big risk.
Yeah, 25 years. That means I'll make it 75.
Nobody else pushing the button?
Nah.
It's 50-50. It's a big risk, but
This
it's
is
50-50.
huge. I'm not taking
1 billion. You're turning down 1 billion.
Hold up.
25
He said, "Oh,
years.
hold up."
Yeah, 25
I'm
years.
only
We
26.
exactly.
So I'm giving up my whole life, basically. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. If you look at it that way, yeah.
I'll be alright.
I
I'm
think I'm
flipping
gonna
that
push
coin.
it. It's risky, but if I get the other side, I get 1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
You just said the last podcast. You said 1 billion. You will live your 1 billion second when you're 37,
31.7.
31.7. That's how much a billion is compared to a million. Takes how many seconds?
11
Or
days.
11 days. Come on now.
I'm
Yeah.
taking
You
that risk.
This one's another money oriented. Every time you blink, you get $10. But everything you do and think gets narrated for the rest of your life.
Hell nah.
Oh, yes.
Hell no.
I'm not.
Turn me into a
Hell
book.
no. Y'all don't want
You want
this.
somebody to be following you. Brittany just thought about scratching her ass.
While I'm in the grocery store, Brittany just tooted walking down the aisle. Yes.
Yeah.
Narrate me.
Nah. You
I-
got tripping.
I already say wild shit. Like with no problem.
Yes.
So you don't want to see what you don't want to know what I'm saying in here.
Fair enough. Another money one, then we'll start switching it up. You receive $1 million, but you have to go back in time and survive the Titanic to get it.
No.
What?
Now, as soon as you said back in time, I'm black. Nah, we good.
Nobody's pushing
No,
it?
I'm not
I ain't going back in
That's
time.
crazy.
I ain't going back in time.
I don't know why you choose that one.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Isn't it only like one survivor of the Titanic or something like that? I don't want to sound dumb.
There was a few.
Really?
I think it was like 10, 15, something like that.
When
I think it was more actually because of the lifeboats. As long as they didn't freeze, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know Jack
I've
didn't
never
make it.
watched the movie.
Yeah. He did.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that on Instagram.
But you-
The Door or
Oh yeah,
something?
I forgot there's a thing about you and not watching stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I just watched Harry Potter for Tawana.
Oh, yeah, we talked at her house.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You find your soulmate, but you will never be able to live in the same city.
Ah,
What's the plan?
I'm doing long distance
That's
already.
hard to think about. Because you're already right here. And you
Just
live in
gotta
my
fly.
house. So.
So if you live in Dallas, I'd have to be in Powder Springs. We could never live together.
Oh, see, in the same city, but he didn't say in the same state.
Yeah, you can be in the same state. You just can't be in the same city.
Oh,
So will you eventually meet each other?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just can never live together. Like
Yeah.
whatever happens, whatever.
Not
situation-
necessarily.
that's fine.
There's houses that are like one sided.
Online.
Yeah.
Good luck finding them.
That's fine. That's fine. 'cause-
Okay.
I don't understand
Yeah.
the question.
So like you find your soulmate, y'all will never live together.
Like ever in life.
Ever in life.
Oh.
She'll forever be in this city. She'll forever be in Decatur. You'll forever be in Stone Mountain.
So you get married on Zoom? Like
No,
No, like you
say
just
you'll never meet.
just when it's
Actually
time to
living.
go home,
Yeah.
y'all gotta go home.
Yeah.
Go your separate ways.
Yeah. I'm okay with that
Come to her
because I ain't
house
gotta
and
fight for the
chill.
TV.
Yeah, you can come to her house and chill. She can come to your house and chill. But when it's time to go to sleep, one of y'all gotta go back to the prospective house.
Yeah, that'll probably make the relationship last longer. Like I said,
nah,
Next
I'm
one
not taking that.
you're not?
No.
So you said you would.
Yeah, it can work if it's on the.
if it's my soulmate, yeah,
Yeah.
we gonna make
You
it
just
work
said
out.
soulmate though.
Yeah.
You guys are some random person that.
But I'm very needy.
Yeah, we know.
I need you.
I like you.
Van Eric, I thought we were better than this, bro.
You know better.
Yeah, you're right.
The next one is you become a famous actor or actress, but you can never watch your own movies.
Oh, I don't know. I think that's like Johnny Depp does that.
I'm pushing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I said
Oh.
yes, but I didn't put my thumb on. My bad.
You become the most attractive person, but you can never see your reflection again, whether mirrors, the water, nothing like that.
Nah,
Nah, cause then
You
I
have
don't.
to become a vampire.
Nah, cause then I can't see if I got crust in my eye.
I don't want to be the most attractive person. That's too much pressure.
I'm close enough.
Yes, yes, confidence, come through. I don't know why I just dropped this.
You become what was your answer? D?
Oh no.
No, okay. You become a successful entrepreneur, but you lose all your friends. You're not gonna.
Nah, I got good friends.
I mean, I got good friends too, but if they were real friends, they would stick, right?
That's not what it's
That's
asking
not
though.
the thing, though. So
It's saying
we
that
got
when you
stuff
become-
coming up, either that takes off,
Uh-huh.
we lose all of our friends.
We lose them because we got the business.
It doesn't say you lose.
Then they're not
That's
real
the
friends.
That's the stipulation.
That's not what it's asking.
Okay, I'm hearing this wrong. Say that again. I'm sorry.
You become a successful entrepreneur, but you lose all your friends. It doesn't say why you lost them. It's just a stipulation. You lose
Oh,
So-
okay. I had a blonde moment. My bad.
them.
Van Eric, shut up. No, I wouldn't. No.
So no. Okay. Halfway through. Good game so far. You have the ability to go invisible, but everyone that knows your first and last name can still see you. You pushing the button?
Sure.
I am taking that.
I'm taking it.
What's
So-
the fun of doing it?
Who cares?
Everybody knows.
Yeah, I'm invisible.
Peak game. You can
Only
change
the-
your name and not have anyone know what you changed your name to.
There you go. Man, only the people.
You always think of the.
I'll roll with that. I get to be invisible. I don't care. Because then when you go out, if nobody knows you, so you're invisible.
Mhm.
I could do a lot of.
people that know
I could
me
be a
that can't
menace.
even pronounce my last name. So it's like,
There you
Sure.
go.
so you might know it, but you can't say it. So it's kind of like, you can half see me, I guess. You get to go back and correct a mistake you made, but you have to fight your past self and knock them out.
I'm whooping his ass. I'm whooping
That's
his
a tough
ass.
one.
Wait, I say, actually, no, I was working out more back then. Romance strength.
I honestly don't know.
I'm done.
And if you broke it, it gets
That shit was annoying, huh? Chill, dumbass.
Don't
Stop
be
doing
doing
this damn shit.
too bad because that's still gonna affect,
Oh,
don't-
yeah.
Don't knock out any teeth because when you
Facts.
come back, you're not gonna have no
Snag
teeth.
it to the
You get all the future gaming systems for free for life, but
I don't even want to hear the next one.
the games, no, you want to? The games would cost twice as much as they do now.
I don't play games, so.
Because I'm getting the console, I never have to pay for the consoles.
Aren't the games like $50 each? Though?
Yeah.
Yes, but I have Game Pass. So if I'm just paying double the Game Pass, we good.
That's an Xbox.
I don't know. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is an
I only
Xbox.
play like 3 games
You
like
see
FIFA.
the piece. You know what I'm
They don't exist. This is the only one that exists in the world because you can't find them. Well, probably now, but when I actually wanted one, couldn't find it, so I could wait on the PS5.
Yeah, it's very hard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they selling them on like Amazon now? I thought.
Yeah, they're available now, but now I don't want to put the money to it.
Yeah. They have a line like you buy the code, and then when you're in line, when your number comes up in the queue, then they'll send it to you. It's not like you buy it and you get it.
You remember that dude that scammed me when I was trying to buy you one?
Wait, what?
I was trying to buy him one for his birthday, and I think it's $500.
Immediately scammed.
I was so mad.
So
Why was it funny?
you're pushing.
I'm pushing. Yep.
I'm not. I mean, I only play FIFA and Call of Duty religiously. Everything else is like if I want it.
All right, so you just paid double for that one time, but you got the console.
I'm not pushing.
Hey, man, I'm pushing.
So for somebody like you, you're gonna end up spending for like 5 games the amount that the console was. Just look at your repertoire right now.
Oh, yeah. This is just.
Do game consoles have like the free games on it, like pinball and like the stuff that old computers used to? I don't play games. Don't do that.
I know what I'm just saying.
I mean, they'll have a few like free to play games. But,
Okay, then I'd push it just for the fact that I'll be able to play free games, but I don't care about playing games.
Yeah, because Fortnite was free, and Fortnite took off like real fast before it added all the extra shit.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I played it once and I turned it off.
Two more.
Too much going on.
Yeah, the building.
Yeah, I was trying to shoot and then I see people. I'm like, nah, I'm good. This is for y'all.
Like regular battle.
Yeah, I'm above 30. We're good. We're good.
How old are you?
34.
I forgot.
So two more for this game. The next one is be able to teleport, but every time you sneeze, you jump to a random location and you cannot jump back to where you were.
Nah. See,
Why did you say that?
yeah, that one messed it up. It was good until you can't come back.
You'll do it.
Yeah.
You sneezed up.
I end up in Alabama.
So once I'm done with my sneeze attack, I can just teleport to a different location.
That is true. No,
Yeah.
wait, so you can't come back.
It says I can't come back to where I left, but it doesn't say I can't go back to a place I know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So I can just teleport to like the mailbox.
I was thinking.
These damn loopholes.
Yeah, I was thinking. You good? Yeah, I got that one. Yeah. I just thought of myself ending up in like Alabama or something.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was that bad, and I lived there for a year. I did leave as soon as I could. But
Oh, yeah.
it's
God
not
bless you.
horrible.
Instead of persuade, it's not working.
No, it's not gonna work.
Actually, it was from November to September.
He's still trying.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't even September. Oh, yes, it was.
It was,
Okay.
yeah. All right. Last one is you can fly, but you get a huge wedgie every time you fly.
Yep.
What's a
That's
wedgie?
life.
What's a wedgie?
Nah.
Just dig it out.
I would use it so sparingly.
Really?
I would get annoying fast.
That's all I can
That's
fly.
Sometimes,
daily
this is
life.
cool, but then it starts outweighing the ability to fly.
I don't have to use the airplane.
Shit,
I'll take a wedgie. Saves me money.
I would definitely take teleportation over flying,
Oh,
but
Yeah. But if a wedgie's the only caveat, we good.
yeah, agreed.
So that was our brand new game, Push the Button. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm realizing now as I'm talking, it's mostly for you two. But you can weigh in wherever you feel you fit in. DC versus Marvel. So this prompted because I asked Dee the other day about specific characters. I was saying, who was the DC version of, do you remember who it was?
Captain America.
Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And his immediate was, I think he said Batman. I don't know, because Batman is Iron Man.
Yeah.
So that's the first question. Then we'll dive deep into the DC versus Marvel. But who would be the Captain America version of Captain America?
Captain.
Who would be the DC version of Captain America? Yeah.
Huh.
If there is one. Because everybody pretty much has a counterpart except for, I feel like him, and a couple others.
But for whatever reason, Superman seems like it because he's the symbol and he's very American.
See, I was thinking more, okay, I see what you're saying. I was thinking more so like the background story, because Batman is a rich entrepreneur, funds the Justice League. Iron Man, rich entrepreneur, funds the Avengers. So I was thinking like more so I was thinking like who was an experiment that from an army and
well, Superman's not
Dr. Manhattan? Watchmen?
from Watchmen. Does that count?
Something.
But he's very like not like
Yeah, he is kinda
not
edgy.
like a
He's not
hero.
patri-
Like he's
patriotic.
he's very like just straight down the middle. No good, no
Yeah, he
evil.
is.
Is there? Does there actually have to be like a parallel? I don't
No.
think
I
there
was
is.
just asking. 'Cause I don't know a lot about the DC side. So I was asking.
Yeah, I think the
is
closest
there
is Superman.
Superman.
Yeah, because I mean, he's not an experiment per se, but like he's out of his world. Captain America's out of his time. They do have that patriotism fact. You got the red, white, and blue type deal.
Yeah, they are more alike than they are different when you put it like that.
And they're in my opinion they can be corny. So
Yep.
Corny.
yeah,
My next one
I'm
is
a Batman fan. So
You guys are gonna get along.
yeah.
My next one was
That
because this is
Batman's a
actually
good super.
wait, this is actually the next one. Yeah. I think
Just a hate.
Iron Man is better than Batman. Iron Man is so badass. He didn't even have. I mean, granted, there's multiple reasons why Batman didn't. Bruce Wayne didn't tell him his identity. He was like, first movie, I think I'm Iron Man. What you gonna do about it? Batman's over here with the tidy whities, depending on the cartoon.
Yeah, because
Nah, I do like Batman Beyond. We were talking about that earlier with Terry McGinnis. I love that story because it's just I like.
yeah, and then he said Iron Man, and then Iron Man 3 to attack his house. So
But he's so
that's not a
like-
smart person
it's
move.
like- But look at what happened. Like they attacked his house. He already had it set up to like as he's falling, like the suit surrounds him. The suit surrounds his wife. Or
He
his
could have.
fiancée.
None of that would have happened if he shut his mouth.
He's too arrogant.
Yeah,
Very
from an arrogant person, he's pretty arrogant.
We're not going to talk about this today. Hopefully, you come back again soon. But there's a basketball podcast we want to do, and what you just said remind me of that when we talked about off the camera. When you're on a certain level, I'm talking about athletes right now. You have to have a level of arrogance to you, or it's going to be portrayed on your body. Like
But
you walk on
then-
the court and you're not confident.
Yeah, but there has to be a limit to it because then you become James Harden.
Who doesn't go back on exactly. But okay. But yeah, so some more reasons. I know I'm not gonna convince y'all. Now I'm just talking because y'all already are Batman. But it's like I don't necessarily. Yes, they both fund the perspective team, and so the last couple podcasts ago we had another guest, my close friend Andre, and y'all were like, "He's amazing." I was like, "But with here we go. With prep time. With prep time, he's phenomenal. That I can't even knock him. But if you go back to the same scenario you just gave on Iron Man 3 where his house got attacked, that's no prep time. But he was already ready for the worst case.
Batman's trained by the League of Assassins. So yeah. The thing is that Iron Man. Well, I'm not biggest on like reading all the comics, so there's a fill me in on things, but like Iron Man's not really a fighter. He's not. If without the suit, he's kind of screwed. That was actually one of the plot lines of 3. Like, what are you gonna do outside of the suit? All right. So it's like Batman has all these things outside of being Batman, compared to Iron Man, where it's basically his intelligence, his money, and the suit. Batman has a lot more. He's a detective. He's a ninja. All right.
He's a playboy.
He's a playboy. You know, Iron Man has that too, but
he used to. Now he has. Well, he's dead now, but he had his wife.
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about the DCU, I mean the Marvel universe, the MCU. There, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, all these damn names and stuff like that. I can't remember all this stuff.
Okay.
But,
so we're segueing perfectly. So that was gonna be my next one. Solely movies, not comics. Who you got on top? Marvel does a better job. Their storylines. DC has been slacking
because he's not wrong. The thing, Marvel has a concise universe. You know, I know how people are. This one sucks. I'm the type of person I like. I'm just happy just to have all this superhero stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
So I look at it at a different lens. People are trying to be critics too hard. when I'm like, that's not the point. And they hate something so much if like they'll hate on something like, oh, it's this and that, but it's actually comic accurate. So why are you hating it? That's a whole other thing. But MC was able to actually, get very deep into its universe. DC, they keep rebooting it. I'm a huge fan of the Zack Snyder stuff.
Let's go!
Let's
go!
Obviously, he is too. All right. And the Zack Snyder cut was vindication right there.
Watch that, man.
All right. Because the funny thing was, when I watched the first Justice League, I was like, it's actually not bad, but there's a lot I know that's missing. Like there's you could just tell there's just a lot that was just wrong, and I did not like how they did Cyborg. I was like, where is he? Justice League, Zack Snyder Justice League came out. It was exactly how it's supposed to be. My whole thing was like, reading all the stories and stuff like that. They're trashing Ray Fisher, the guy who plays Cyborg and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I think he's telling the truth. I think and then Zack Snyder cut comes out, and everything he says now, he's like, you get to see it now, right? Cyborg was the heart of the movie. He was basically the main character.
He is, yeah.
All right, so that shows you right there. Like when you're watching the original one, he's barely in the movie.
It's basically a joke.
He's just a joke, exactly. They had to force him to say "booyah." So I understand his point on like this isn't that universe. Like why is he happy for at this point?
Right.
He's the one. Everyone else is pretty much established except the Flash, but still he's not really trying to be a hero. He's just trying to figure out what's his point in everything. He's dealing with this being a cyborg and all this stuff like that. So they used that to tell the story, and you took that away from the original cut, and the whole Flash going back in time scene. I'm like, why would you cut that in the first place? That was one of the best scenes in superhero history, and you cut that.
I remember when the first one came out, I did not like how they did Flash. The blue lightning, and I didn't mess with it at all. But I did like the most recent Flash movie that came out. I did like how they.
I enjoyed the movie, but it's just hard now because like none of them matter anymore. Because now James Gunn's universe is what Flashpoint supposed to change a lot. They spoilers. They changed the Batman, and that's about it. And like Aquaman, not really. But I'm like, what did you really change? Like, is this actually going to be a part of the new universe, or are you just saying this is the? Because I mean, I'm not watching George Clooney Batman ever again. Or if that man comes out with the little nipples, I'm done. All right, you'll probably like that, but like, I'm done. So
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
I want to ask you a question. Since you like Zack Snyder's DC films, out of Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League, what is your favorite out of
that? Has to be Justice League.
Justice League.
Yeah, I liked all three. BVS, obviously, you gotta watch the director's cut to really get the full breadth of things.
Watch the director's cut.
Yeah,
it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, I agree. I'm so mad we're not getting Man of Steel 2. When I was a little touchy when James Gunn took over. I was like, okay, as long as you don't mess it up, and then he fired Henry Cavill. And I said, bro, what are you doing?
I heard MCU picked him up.
He's probably gonna be like Captain British or Britain or whatever it's called, something like that. I don't know.
What he's gonna be, but
that's a thing.
Yeah.
There's who's another one? Ryan Reynolds has floated around being a whole bunch of different characters across both platforms or universes. And all
after we get Deadpool 3 and we get our Wolverine back for one more movie.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
He was great. Yeah. Did you guys see Blue Beetle? I just saw it. It's actually good.
What is it?
Yeah, it's actually good.
Isn't this the first movie for James Gunn's universe?
That's the thing. I don't know if this counts as his universe or not.
Is that like a Black Adam type situation? Is that like a Black Adam type situation? Black Adam?
Oh, no, Black Adam's dead.
That's
not Marvel.
Is that Marvel or DC?
That's DC.
I actually
didn't hate it.
DC. He's a DC as well.
I didn't hate Black Adam, but it had no purpose. Like that's for me. It was like it had no purpose. Dr. Fate, awesome. He did awesome.
Yeah.
Hawkman, he did awesome. Like, actually, I like everybody.
I like the back and forth between Hawkman and who was he constantly like going back and forth with?
Yeah, it was Black Adam. We're talking about the giant guy.
No, the giant guy was just dumb. Like
Yeah, he's
was
like an idiot.
Like, you could tell he was younger and like he was just basically trying to figure out his powers. And but that's one thing. That's my one. I'm going. Go ahead.
I don't even remember what happened in that movie. I know we went.
Yeah,
to
pretty much.
we
That's Black
went to
Adam.
see it in theater. That was like the first movie we've seen in theaters since COVID.
Since COVID.
But
Yeah,
I don't.
that's Black
recall.
Adam. Yeah, that's Black Adam for you.
What was the point of the Henry Cavill little thing at the end if you're not going to use his character?
That's just my whole thing with
They didn't even use him in Shazam. It was a different Superman.
yeah. No, it was you couldn't see him.
Shazam.
Yeah.
It's the
It was it's the whole Rock thing.
That's all. We're all talking about.
Yeah, it's the whole Dwayne Johnson thing. He doesn't just come into something and play his part. He has to be the guy.
Yeah.
He has to be the whole thing in his contract is it's actually in his contract that like if he's playing the hero he can't lose. Like he can't lose in his contract. And I'm like, then why are you playing Black Adam?
Yeah.
You're playing the villain. Okay, the anti-hero.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Right?
He's not the villain yet.
Of but like we all know you're saying you're doing this for the fans. No, you're not, because the fans wants to see you fight Shazam because you're his main villain.
When we left the theater, she asked me what I thought. I was like, it's all right, but he's only relevant. He's only supposed to be relevant for Shazam, not he has his own movie.
Exactly,
He's
and
Shazam's nemesis.
And he's the reason it didn't happen. He was the one who's like, I'm not doing it. I'm like, then why make the movie? Why be Black Adam? You can be so many other people.
Now that I think about it, they should have never showed Superman. They should have showed Shazam at that point.
That it was Dwayne, it was The Rock, it was him. He wants Black Adam versus Superman. He wants to show that he's that strong.
Lose. Even if it's in your contract now, there's no way in the world Black Adam will beat Superman.
It was all because of him, and that's kind of why they fired Henry. That's why they like pulled the trigger, because Rock, kind of was the one who was like, hey, come in, blah blah, because we're bringing you back, this, that, and the third, but he didn't really go to the head of the studios about that. So they're like, I guess you know what, we'll try again.
That's my one gripe about DC, and you could, depending on who I talk to, they always argue either it's the simplicity of Marvel or you just got to read more of the comics. But like, I don't have it. It could be a lot to try to figure out which movie this fits in, and is this universe or that universe. Marvel, up until recently with the whole Quantum Mania and all that stuff, is like this is all clear cut. Like everybody's in the same universe. Versus over there is like.
Yeah, this is why I'm mad at not having Zack Snyder. They should have just let him finish the way he talked about how everything was supposed to go. The way he was having everything, it was going to be rebooted anyway, because that's what Flashpoint is about.
Wasn't it like an Elseworld story?
I think so. Yeah, but it was planned to be rebooted because he knows these actors are gonna either get older. They don't want to do the contract anymore. So you built it in. It's already built in from the comics anyway. So that's why the Flash movie is kind of like, because it was supposed to be the reboot. That it should have led into the James Gunn stuff, but they just were like, I guess they're like, you know what? It's been delayed so long, let's just release it. So
I got one more. This is DC. My favorite DC character is the Flash. My favorite character in terms of storyline is Static Shock. But which version? There's a Young Justice version where like he just gets it because he's a lab experiment, and then there's the where he had his own show. And the Bang Babies.
I grew up with the show.
I grew up with the show, exactly. I love the one where he's just a lab experiment. He meets Superman's clone and all the other kids and all that. I was like, it's cool, but I kept comparing it to the Bang Baby era where it was like him and his best friend, and I prefer OG style, because there was even a tribute to him where like I think he goes in the future or something like that, and they say like he's supposed to be he was written in, he's supposed to be the strongest Justice League member when he gets to that age, and Batman like doted on him at a young age, and he met Rodman and all that. So it's like you can't go from that to like this Young Justice version.
Yeah, Static is my favorite black man with lightning powers. There's a,
How do you think he
there's a lot
compares
of
with
them.
Black Lightning? Yeah, how do you think he compares with Black Lightning?
I've as far as Black Lightning, there's of course the Young Justice stuff, but like I watched the show, so I really like the show, but it's Static for me.
The asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are.
All right.
So-
Let me see.
While she's pulling that up, she's gonna read. What do you have? Two or three stories or whatever.
2.
She's gonna read a story. We're gonna do a quick recap of what's the story because sometimes it could be a lot, and then we're gonna vote: is the person who wrote it the asshole? Yes or no? And then we're gonna see if there is an asshole in the story that's not the person who wrote it. So
Am I the asshole for being racist to my in-laws? By in-laws, I mean my daughter-in-law's parents. So 2 months ago, my daughter-in-law, 26, gave birth to my lovely grandson. My family and I are Bulgarian Orthodox. Before my grandson was born, I told my son and his wife that I'm going to pay for all baptismal expenses and all child care expenses for the first year, as long as they gave the kid an Orthodox name. They both agreed without much consideration. They named him David Anthony
and with just a T, no H, right?
with the apostrophe over the E. Anthony, I think.
I guess so.
They named him David Anthony. David is the Orthodox name, and Anthony in honor of the uni professor who mentored both my son and his wife, and who sadly passed away during COVID pandemic. The thing is, while my daughter-in-law converted to Orthodoxy, her parents are atheists of African origin, Ivory Coast, who moved to France. They really wanted their grandson to have a traditional Ivorian name. So 2 months ago, when the baby was born, they found out about the name and the deal that they weren't a part of, and they threw a massive fit, directed primarily at my wife and I. Name calling, cursing, accusations of racism. And frankly, I wasn't having any of it. I told them that they were insensitive and insulting to not only my religion, but also that of their daughter, to their daughter's decision, and to the mentor of both their daughter and my son. I told them that they are uninvited to the baptism due to their behavior unless they apologize to the parents of our grandchild. Both my son and his wife agree with my decision. The baptism is next week, and while I have no contact with them, my son tells me from the discussions that they've had that they're still pretty angry and unwilling to apologize. But they said that they will still come to the baptism, whether I like it or not. My sister tells me that I've been acting like an asshole towards them, and I should let them join next week if they show up. I maintain that they will not be allowed at the after party. Do you want me to read the edits, or you want to deliberate first?
Racist.
Yeah, that's why I want to find out the racist part. But
Yeah, I don't think he's been.
Maybe he'll answer.
Okay. So edit. Hello, this post really blew up and it's a bit overwhelming. Many people are calling me an asshole, which might be true, but I would like to clear up a few things before other people make judgments based off of misconceptions. 1, when I said they will not be allowed at the baptism, I meant at the after party, which will take place at my home. Only church officials can kick people out of the actual ceremony itself, and unless they are disruptive, I don't see a reason why they should be kicked out. 2, my son and his wife paid for their own wedding. She converted at her own free will because it was what she believes in. 3, they originally planned to name my grandchild's son in, it's a typo. They originally agreed to name the grandchild's son Anthony. I suggested an Orthodox name so that the child can have a protective saint to call upon if harsh times arise. But everyone will just use the name Anthony to address him. 4, my son and his wife can afford the expenses even without my help. 5, I don't want my in-laws to be happy with the outcome. I just want a simple sorry and for them to be civil at the party.
Yeah. Go ahead with the recap, and then I'll start with my.
So, all in all, we have a Bulgarian Orthodox couple, and then we have atheist couple over here. their children got married, had a baby, and the baby is named after the Bulgarian Orthodox side of the family. So the atheist side of the family is upset.
You can't be a seed.
Yeah, I don't think he's
Their
an asshole.
child,
You don't believe
like,
in that.
Yeah, it's not like you forced him to name the child that way. They were gonna name him that way anyway.
I don't think the person writing this is the asshole. I think the African couple is the asshole because yes, I can't kick you out of the church, but if you're not invited, anybody crashing somewhere where they know they're not invited is an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're using that like, oh, who's going to kick us out of a church? That's not his role. You're using that as a crutch as to why you should show up. He can't kick us out of his church. But he has the right to say, if after party's at my house, you can't come to my house. Now it's your house.
Now, I will agree with that. If he was trying to kick him out of the actual like baptismal, then yes, he would be the asshole. You can't withhold me from seeing my grandchild baptized.
So I agree, but I feel like they're doing them out of spite. Why show up if you're not even okay with the name,
Oh yeah, that's
like,
spicy.
there has to be spite because you don't even believe in what we're about to do. Or
Yeah.
you could argue the whole, it's my grandkid, I want to be part of that, for the memories and all
Then
that.
you'll be civil about it.
And they're African, so like they're spiteful.
Yeah.
They're doing this more so out of spite.
Okay, I agree.
So,
And especially since it said that they're atheists too. They don't even
Yeah,
believe in
like-
it at all.
So like that's more of a reason for you to be like, if we're not invited, oh okay, because it's just another day for us.
Yeah.
Or however they look at it, but
All right. Am I the asshole? Oh, my apologies. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Nah, they're not the asshole. Pretty much what he said, and also it's just like if I'm not atheist, but I'm more like agnostic. But like you have to have some kind of respect for other people's beliefs or non-beliefs, right? So if they're doing all this, your daughter converted and everything, you have to have respect for that. So you're kind of like shoving yourself in there, trying to say, oh, well, this and that, but I'm like, but you don't even believe in what we're doing. So like, what's your real gripe on this? You should just, if you really want to see your grandchild, blah blah blah, you have to be civil about this, all right? The fact that you've already been cut off kind of already shows, like you've been an asshole.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think the writer was an asshole, and the whole dealing with parents is a whole thing too.
I was gonna say that the fact that, because you talked about this in multiple podcast episodes, the fact that they're African parents and then the kids stepped out in any way, shape, or form is automatically perceived as disrespect. Because we raised you on this, whether good, bad, or ugly, we raised you on this, and then you go outside and like do something else.
Yeah. As a Haitian, as a Haitian,
utmost disrespect.
same thing.
It's almost like a disownment, not to the like, not that they would do that, but it's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you even think of it? Type of thing. What were you gonna say, T?
Honestly, that story was so confusing to me. But I don't think you're an asshole. You just gotta respect I understand, like, okay, the atheist side of things, I understand that you're upset, but at the same time, it's their child. You know? So you gotta respect on what they want for their child and what they want to name their child, you know. If that goes to like you cutting off, you know, the atheist side, so be it. I mean, it is what it is on that point, but just respect. You know? It comes down, in my opinion, it boils down to respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I have a part B for y'all. Do you think this is going to spew over? Like, do you think this is an isolated event, or do you think it's gonna keep like when the kid gets 6 and they're like, "Where's Pop and Grandma on mommy's side?" Like, how would you go about it? Be like, oh well, would you just obviously 6 years old? You can't tell them, oh, they're atheists. They don't. I mean, you could. But I don't think a 6-year-old will perceive it the way it needs to be perceived.
I mean, I don't think it'll come to the point where they're just completely cutting them off per se. It'll definitely be awkward, especially at like family gatherings. Say they're at Thanksgiving and they're about to say the prayer over the food, and then the atheist parents are just standing there like, "What you want me to do?" You know, that'll be kind of
That's
awkward.
actually happened before. My brother had a birthday party, his 12th birthday party. He had a bunch of friends over. My mom, before she laid out the food and everything. She said, before we pray, are there any atheists here? One
Oh,
or
that's
two
sweet.
kids.
Yeah.
You were there. One or two. This one we took the pictures and.
Oh, I promise you I was not paying attention. I was just trying not to embarrass myself in front of your mother.
Oh yeah, that was your first.
Yeah.
First time y'all met. So he raised his hand and she goes, "Well, we're about to pray." And she kind of left it open, like you get to stay here and just stand, or you can go back in the living room or whatever. So it's like when you said the birthday party thing, I guess I should ask for clarification. If it's at our house and we decide to pray, you can't say.
Yeah.
But if we go do it at your house, then it's kind of like now we're impeding on, now we're not pushing on you, but it's like
your house, your rules.
same thing what you said with respect. Like if we know you're atheist, we may not openly sit here and pray in front of you, but if you come to our house for our son or daughter's, our son's birthday, because his name is David, you're just gonna have to take it.
Yeah, or if you're uncomfortable, you can step out, but you're not gonna stop me from doing what I do with my house.
Yeah.
2 to 3 years.
It depends on who's praying for real.
As grandma says, amen.
Yeah, my grandma, when my mom, when we have Thanksgiving stuff, we're praying too long, she'll cut you off.
Mhm.
She'll say, amen. Like, it's time.
I like
wrap it
grandma.
up. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think this is gonna spill over. I don't think. Now the second thing is that it's gonna spill over more so for the mom and dad of David, but the real problem is with other in-law. But it's never gonna be. You're gonna keep negatively affecting mom and dad of David before you ever go to.
But that's gonna ultimately push away mom and dad of David from atheist parents because who wants to deal with that? Yeah.
So like it's just hopefully they can fix it. Ryder, I don't think you're the asshole, but all right, we can go on to the next one.
The next one's kind of funny. Am I the asshole for yelling at 3 old church ladies? So before you come after me with torches and pitchforks, please be aware that I did not just randomly pick out 3 old church ladies to berate. After the worst of COVID ended and people started going out and doing stuff again, I started getting a ridiculous amount of people showing up at my door trying to sell stuff to me. These things included all sorts of different things. It got to the point when I seldomly had a week to go It's an edit, sorry. It got to the point where I seldom had a week go by that I didn't get somebody at my door at least 2 to 3 times a week. I do not like people showing up at my house unannounced, especially ones that I do not know. And I work in the evening and into the night, so I'm sleeping during the day. And these people always end up waking me up. I got a couple of basic signs saying no soliciting, but people either weren't seeing them or just outright chose to ignore them. Finally, about 6 months ago, I had a huge sign made out of 2.5 foot wide by 4 foot tall black background with red letters and stuck it on my front door. And this is what it reads. Absolutely no solicitation. I work at night, so if you bang on my door right now, you are going to wake me up. And you will not like the version of me that you meet. I do not want my trees trimmed. I cut my own grass. I already have internet. My car is not for sale. And I'm not looking to find Jesus unless you are from UPS, USPS, FedEx, or Amazon. Do not beat on my door. This worked fine for a few days, but for some extra, it worked fine for a few days until a few days ago. For some extra content, I was on day 18 out of 21 straight at work. Long story. And I had went to bed about 2 hours earlier. It's about 9:30 a.m. and I hear somebody beating at my door. And the moment later, they started ringing the doorbell. I stumble out of bed, put on just enough clothes to be decent, and go to look out the door to see 3 white-haired old ladies that look about their 60s or 70s. I opened the door, looking at what looked to be half drunk and half crazed and clearly pissed, and very bluntly asked them what they wanted. The first words out their mouth were something about being from some church and trying to spread the word of this and that. At this point, I very bluntly cut them off to tell them this. So I'm going to assume that at least one of you ladies can read, right? Don't answer that. More of a rhetorical question. So here's the question, assuming that all 3 of you can read. I'm wondering how you missed this gigantic sign on my front door and blatantly says absolutely no solicitation and specifically mentions your kind as I pointed to the part that mentions Jesus. Excuse me. To make a long story short, I got very loud and frankly quite belligerent and yelled at them to get the hell off my porch and to tell them that I wasn't looking to find Jesus.
Was crazy.
Yeah. And to tell them that I wasn't looking for Jesus, but I was going to show them the devil if they ever beat on my door again. One of them said that they felt my attitude was uncalled for, and I told them that beating on my door when I clearly had a sign stating that that was not uncalled for. I've told this story to a few people, and opinions have been very split about it. So, am I the asshole?
I don't even need a recap.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know.
Nah, he's not the asshole.
I don't think
He's
so.
in his right.
I'm sorry.
I used to do a job for a little bit, like canvassing, like, going to people's doors, asking for, like, donations, stuff like that. First thing it said, if it says no trespassing, if it says no soliciting, move on.
Yeah.
That's it. The man put a big old sign that said everything no. If you are not the male, don't knock on my door, and you're banging on the door, what do you expect?
Facts. I agree.
I agree. The only part I'm like, you did a little too much was the hell and the devil.
Nah, you can get it.
Other than that, you did literally.
But I get
think
his
on the sign,
frustration.
it literally said,
I don't want to find
up,
Jesus, yeah.
or like, if you wake me up, be prepared for whatever you get, basically.
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah. Okay. But I don't think he's an asshole at any degree, but I just think like, because I was going to bring up, when you first saw the title, I was like, it brought up the thought of the respecting elders topic we had a couple podcasts ago, where it's like, how do you go about that? But that's just blatant. Like, you disrespected me by knocking on the door when you read the sign way before I got to the door. So it's like, now the respect is, and you woke me up. Anybody being woken up, you're liable to hear whatever comes out.
I don't care how old you are. All right, respect is not given. In fact, the older you are, the more you should understand that. So it's like, it's sitting here like, oh, respect the elders, but what did you, as an elder, what did you show me for me to respect? You should know better.
Oh, Tawana's mom is gonna get him.
No, but that's the thing. I do respect my elders,
Yeah.
but if you show me you're not able to respect me in turn, why would I? Exactly. That's all. That I'm all about that. You know that. So it's like, because I always lead with respect, especially elders. But the moment you flip that off, oh, I'm coming at you.
Respectfully.
What you got, D? Is he tripping, or is he the asshole or no?
Yeah. Hey man, if it says don't trespass, bro, why are you proceeding to go on, ring the doorbell? No one comes to the door. Okay, boom. You proceed to knock. Come on now, you're just asking for it, bro. Like what he said, just move on.
Now we got,
I like that.
yeah, for sure. Now we got our first would you rather. Would you rather? This is for you only because we've already asked this before, but only because of what we talked about earlier with DC versus Marvel, and what you said about Mr. Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have Batman's gear, none of Bruce Wayne's perks, not his money, his mentality, nothing, just the gear, or Spider-Man's powers?
Well, I'm thinking the powers. Like, come on, let's be real now. Like, I can have powers because you said the gear. You didn't say the ninja abilities.
Exactly,
you didn't say the prep time. Nah, let's take the powers, man.
Yes,
I'm swinging. all day, bro.
What'd you say?
I chose powers for a different reason, a lazy reason.
Wait,
What was the lazy reason?
Sitting here, drop something.
Wow. Well, yeah,
But
that
it's
goes
not
without
unlimited. It would depend.
Well,
Spider-Man.
I'm going with it's a part of my body,
Okay,
Spider-Man.
so the original
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire. There you go.
Yeah, okay, the original OG. Would you rather find out
Andrew
you
Garfield.
accidentally sent a naughty pic to your parents or your boss?
Oh, boss.
Really?
Yeah, I'd rather get fired. I don't want it. I don't want it. Not my
I'd
parents.
rather get fired.
Yeah, because I can get another job. I'm not gonna sit there and talk to my parents about it.
I would say my boss as well.
Wait, what was the question?
Would you rather find out you accidentally sent a naughty pic to your parent or your boss?
Oh, fuck.
I think Cynthia would be disappointed in me, but I can deal with Cynthia being disappointed over Angela being disappointed.
Would Angela be disappointed? Because obviously she'd be like, I know it was meant for. Like.
But
I don't even care about disappointment. I just want to hear the talk. I don't want to deal with
the
it.
next 2 to 4 interactions are going to be awkward, whether they have to talk or not. Just gonna be
Yeah, like I rather.
I mean, but they know.
I rather just.
They have to.
I rather just my boss is calling. You know, you're gone, right? Yeah, I know. I just came to get my stuff. Done. Relationship over. You never have to talk to them or have to see them ever again.
Clean cut.
Yeah. Or I'll just be like,
Ghost them.
yeah. Or I'll just be, there you go. I'll just be like, hey man, this is Amazon. Just let me transfer, bro. Just let me transfer. You ain't gonna see me again.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities. Okay, that one wasn't. Oh wait,
Hey man, say man. You said boss?
yeah,
Or parents.
boss or your. I'm gonna make it worse. Or your grandma.
Well, not grandma.
Why did you say that?
They're closer to your grandma than your parents. Yeah,
Not grandma.
I can make it even worse. Your uncle.
Next one.
So we're gonna say he chose boss.
You can go for it. You remember.
Crap. This is more of a more playful one, I guess. Hot dogs or tacos? Hot dogs or tacos.
That's crazy.
You know. Surprisingly, earlier I thought about that, but I said they're sandwiches.
Yes, they're sandwiches.
They're just shaped like tacos.
Huh?
Is it taco a sandwich?
I would consider a taco is a taco. But if it has to be something, because a hot dog is not a taco, it has to be.
Well, hot dogs in
something that covers.
hot dogs in between bread.
Yeah.
That's a sandwich. The taco's not. It's technically not bread.
So papadilla is a sandwich?
That's a quesadilla.
Nah, I don't count that as bread.
Bread.
Philly, that's a piece of sandwich, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say some crazy, that's a taco. That's a taco. Another one. Almond Joy is delicious.
Fuck
Top
no.
tier.
Top
Top tier.
You like almond joys?
Yeah.
They're disgusting.
Okay,
Yeah.
Squabble podcast. Would you rather eat almond joy or hot tamale?
Hot tamale, let's go.
No, let's not go nowhere.
Almond joy.
Wait, hot tamale the candy or the
Yeah.
real hot?
That's
cinnamon
his favorite candy.
Oh yeah, I'd rather do the almond joy.
And,
My hot take is it's not so much pass or fail. The world is just harder. And to give an example on like what I'm actually referring to, the simple fact that the housing market in today's day and age has just skyrocketed. And I'm not even talking about the disparity between like 1970 and today. I'm talking about a 3-year difference. So I found this video, and it was a house back in 2020 that was worth $320,000, and at the time it was a 2.5 interest rate. So that worked out to be about a $2,200 mortgage a month. That same house is now worth $550,000, and the interest rates are 7%, which works out to be $3,800 for mortgage. So to hold somebody to the standard of when you turn 18, you gotta go to college, you get out of college, get a house. How is someone supposed to live up to that standard? $3,800 a month, that's dang near impossible unless you're making X amount of dollars.
North of 75 a year.
More than that, actually, it goes deeper. So to make $2,200 payment back in 2020, you only need an income of $80,000. To make a $3,800 mortgage payment, your income needs to be approximately $130,000.
I need
That's
a sugar
insane.
mama. I need a sugar mama bad.
And then to make matters worse, they said that the interest rate after a 30-year loan, interest rate, if you were to go with the house back in 2020, you only pay $146,000 in interest. If you got that same house in 2023 after the 30-year loan, your interest would be $789,000.
Time for the last game. It's called blind ranking. So, excuse me, for our guests, this is a team effort. So it'll be you 3 on the team. I'm going to give you the category first. I'm going to list things. I'm going to list them one at a time. You have to rank them 1 through 5. 5 being the worst, 1 being the best, and then I'll give you the next one. This one, hence the name Blind Rankings. The only thing is that you guys have to agree as a team on the number you want to place it. And once you place it, you cannot change it when you find out the next one. And at the end, once we get to the end, I'll give you. Actually, I won't even tell you that part. You guys know what's coming, but I won't tell you that. So, and you guys also have to agree on a team on that part. So the first one is snacks.
Okay.
First one, Doritos.
Solid.
Remember,
3.
5 being the worst, 1 being the best.
Solid.
I agree with 3.
3.
Okay.
All right. So Doritos is 3. Next is Goldfish.
2.
Ooh.
2.
2 goldfish.
4.
The sun that smiles like goldfish.
I like 4.
Well, we got 2, so shut up. 2.
And then I'll vote.
I'm outvoted, so.
Yeah, because we couldn't meet in the middle at 3. Sorry.
I guess.
Oh, yes, it is.
Sorry. Respectfully.
That's fine.
Next is Takis.
That's a 5.
If you asked me 6 years ago, 1, not 5.
Okay, I'll go with 5 because I told him shut up on the last one.
So you guys have 1 and 4 left.
Okay.
Next is Sun Chips.
4. That should have been 5 or 4.
Sun chips, it depends what
They
kind.
low key slap.
Low key though.
Nah, because I feel like I know what number 1 is. That last one is, and it better be what I think it is.
See?
Pretty organized.
For the record, I'd put Sun Chips at 1,
I
but
would love to know
we'll put it at 4.
what you think it is. What do you think it is? I'm not going to confirm or deny it.
Cheetos.
We'll see. So where do you put Sun Chips?
4.
4.
It better be Cheetos. Like, you can't have a snacks competition and not have Cheetos.
So your number 1 is
Don't
veggie
do it.
straws.
Oh, what is
Veggie straws hit.
Oh, those are
Sun
disgusting.
Chips hit
Those are
better.
disgusting. Veggie straws are
Y'all should have listened
disgusting.
to me. Sun Chips should have been
I
at
thought-
1.
I thought they was
Veggie straws should have been
Cheetos.
4.
I didn't expect to toss that nastiness in there. I thought it was gonna be Cheetos.
So the next one
Veggie straws are
I thought it was gonna be
is
Cheetos, man.
food overall, or
Okay.
types of food, I should say.
Uh-huh.
So let me get the 5, 4, 3, 2.
We're not putting anything
First
at 1
one
until we said
is-
seafood.
Haitian
It's just on there.
It better be.
First
on
one is sandwiches.
Oh,
4.
God.
4.
No, 4. Wait,
there. 4.
that's top 2, if not 1.
Wings, seafood, burgers.
I'm allergic to seafood.
Burger
You're
is a
not allergic to
sandwich.
seafood. You're allergic to shrimp, my guy.
A burger is a sandwich.
No.
Wait,
A burger's a sandwich.
Yes.
A burger is a burger.
A burger is a sandwich. It's in the
That is-
same.
Oh, okay, so that changes things.
It's called a Whopper sandwich when you go to
It is?
Burger King. Yes.
Wow. But it's called Burger
See,
King.
sandwiches is like number 1
I'm
for
not
me.
gonna
So
call
it's
it
like,
sandwich king.
no, for me. So like, I
Anyway.
can, come down to like a 2 or 3, but like,
Okay, 3.
Respectful.
3.
well, we'll say 3, even though it's, we'll see.
Wings and seafood take 1 and 2.
Yeah, for you.
Next is soups.
5.
5.
5. I like
Wow.
soup, but like that's
Come on
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Now if you said like ramen,
Oh, if you just said ramen and joy, that's like 1.
Really?
ramen's delicious.
Is
That's a big
shellfish.
So that should
1.
have been 5. That's a 4.
That's like a 10. Like
That's a.
Can
I'm
I create my own
I'm just not a fan. Yeah, that should have been
So
a 5.
the
But
majority says 4.
yeah, we'll say 4.
Because that's what y'all have.
No, I said 1.
The majority says 4.
Yeah.
So we got to meet in the middle.
Yes. Yeah, which
Y'all
is
have
4.
1, 2, and 4 left.
So 2.
No, that's not in the middle.
3 would be in the middle, but we don't have
No,
3.
no, no.
So 2.
4. It's 4.
Sorry. Sounds like
2! We
Sounds
have
like
to be
it's
in the middle.
That was the
We're
middle.
rereading in the middle. I'm allergic to that. I'm sorry. You should know.
right. I'm saying.
He's allergic to freaking.
You don't know what the
shrimp.
other 2 are yet.
Yeah, you don't even know. The next one, so you have 1 and 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is pasta.
1.
Yeah, we'll do 1.
1. That is even wrong.
We'll do
And
1.
your number 2 is wings.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're fine.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
Shellfish
yeah,
isn't
fine.
up there.
No.
So that
It was up there at number 4.
that was easy.
Should have been 5.
Should have been 6, honestly.
We got 4 more categories left. Fast food.
Yeah.
We got 5 Guys.
Ooh,
Is it good?
I love 5 Guys.
What's the best thing on the menu?
The burger. Like, that's the only thing on the menu to
actually,
get.
I should rephrase it. What's the best burger? Because I know there's just
Don't you build your own? I think.
I don't remember. I just know it's a burger
It's
with
almost like
cheese.
cheeseburger Bobby's.
It's because it's a smash
Five.
burger,
Five, guys.
and smash burgers are so.
5 for 5, guys.
You see, he
Five.
fell for that one.
5.
It don't matter.
They're,
what
they're
you
right.
say.
They're right. Yeah, they're
Majority
right.
rules, remember?
I just want to make sure
Nah,
it's the
forget what
majority.
you say.
You see, now I gotta make some smash burgers so I can know what I'm talking about.
Next is Taco Bell.
4.
Two.
4, 2.
My booty says 4.
That's a good.
Me in the middle, 3.
Because I like it, but like that
Taco
after.
Bell is a godsend. I'm sorry.
No,
That
like
Doritos logo.
that college time, that first, like from your 18 to like 25, gamer life.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
That
But-
Amazon
but-
going at
But you
midnight?
lose weight
Open
eventually
restaurants
because. Yeah, because I'm lactose intolerant, so it's the cheese plus the fact that it's Taco Bell, so it's a double whammy for me.
and-
It's not-
Next,
I'll take that out.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
We have
that's
1, 2,
six.
and 4.
Is 4 taken already? Yeah,
4
4.
is open.
I'll take 4.
Okay,
It's
2, 4,
overrated.
4.
Yeah.
Another hot take.
Thank
Chick-fil-A
you.
is overrated.
Very much so. It's good. It's good, but overrated.
Next, Burger King. We have 1 and 2 left.
One.
Why did you go like that?
What's number?
We
what's
don't
the
know
other
what
one?
it
That's
is. So I'll put
some
Burger King at 1 just because I feel like the last one's gonna be ass.
nonsense.
Burger King
Watch
is
it be Arby's or some shit.
I would be mad.
Yeah.
All right, let's put Burger King number 1.
Yeah.
No, it's too dry for me.
Nah, I like Burger King. I prefer
Your
the
number 2 is Panda Express.
Low-key.
I can live with that.
I can
Yeah,
live
with
with
that. Yeah. I like Panda Express. I prefer, like mom and pop Asian store, but Panda
Yeah.
Express is fine.
That
Never
new
had
China.
Never had Panda Express before, so
It's not bad.
Dang,
It's
a
not
lot
great
of-
either.
There's a lot of food.
respectfully, I like it.
Sandwiches is next.
Were you hungry when you made this?
I got these from a website.
Oh.
Yeah, the next one, the first one is bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
4.
That's like that's
Real
damn-
bacon or turkey bacon?
That's like almost number 1.
Whatever
Okay,
bacon you
4.
want.
You are a sandwich guy, so.
I know bacon, egg, and cheese. That's like such. All right, we're gonna go with 2. I'm gonna go with 2.
2.
I said 4.
I say
4.
3.
Okay.
Keep
All right,
it
so 3 in the middle. All right,
Because we don't know what's in.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. It is bacon, egg, and cheese. It's such a. Why am I gonna say no?
Next is grilled cheese.
Solid 2.
A solid 30.
What?
And this is coming from the lactose intolerant guy.
Grilled cheese is the foundation of what a sandwich is.
That.
All right, it's the most. It's just cheese within bread, grilled perfectly, and you get all the flavor
Don't
you
forget
could
the
ever
butter.
want. Top and just because it's a grilled cheese doesn't mean you can't add like a slice of ham or something into it. All right.
Throw some crab up in
'cause,
that
like,
thing.
she being extra
Right.
fancy, but
You never
but
had a crab grilled cheese sandwich?
no, but
Have not lived.
because I don't know what number 1 is, I say a 2.
A solid 2.
No.
Nah, he don't count.
Your next one is, which is now it's gonna start making sense while I was laughing when y'all were talking about what y'all were talking about earlier, cheesesteaks.
Oh, 1.
That's a 1, man.
That's a
Yeah.
1.
That's a one.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Yeah, we'll do 1 because like yeah,
Yeah.
it's meat and cheese like it's.
Y'all have
3 and
4
5.
and 5.
Oh, 4 and 5. Oh, shit.
God.
Next is PB and J.
4.
Yeah, we'll do 4. That was his number 1.
No,
That was your number 1.
That was number 1.
And
Over
the
cheesesteaks?
last one,
Yes.
Oh, wow.
the last one, which is crazy because we were just talking about this, hot dogs. That was that
I'm comfortable with that.
That's fine.
consider
Chili
hot
dog,
dogs as
though.
sandwiches.
Chili dog.
He didn't
Still
say
5.
He said hot dog.
Still a 5 on this
Yeah,
list.
still 5. Still
On this
5.
list, but
So we're
Good.
finally
chili cheese dog.
getting away from food. And we're on cartoon characters,
Ooh.
Oh, Lord.
not anime characters. Cartoon characters. The first one,
Wait, before we start, if he names Pooh Bear, he goes at number 1.
Okay,
I will fight
5.
you for this.
Got you 5.
This guy.
Gotcha.
I can say 2.
Oh, I'm saying 5.
I can say 2.
Pooh Bear.
Can I go?
You can go.
Your first one is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
5.
Let's go with
No, no,
3.
That's
Oh, y'all don't watch Rick and Morty?
5.
He's a terrible human being. That's why he's like, he should be higher. Okay, we'll go with 5.
What?
Since then, y'all obviously haven't seen the show, that's why.
Yeah.
Your next one is Homer Simpson from The Simpsons.
2.
3.
3. Honestly, 2 because of the conspiracy.
Nah, it's too late now. He's 3 now.
Yeah.
It's too late now.
You're already locked in.
Technically.
Next one is Eric Cartman from South Park.
1. He's
Automatic.
yeah.
It's a 6.
I don't even watch South Park anymore.
Yeah, I don't watch it, but I
The
know
fact that
it's
it's
a
still
one.
going on
I
is
don't
crazy.
understand the point of South Park.
Exactly. There's no
There's
point.
no point.
There's no point. It's,
Oh, bro.
yeah, it's just to be.
So you guys have 2 and 4 left.
Mhm.
Your next one is Riley from the Boondocks.
Is that to do with the Braves?
yeah, that's I'm gonna
Two.
stay with
Younger
2.
brother, but same
I'm gonna
time.
stay with 2 because he on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love you, Riley.
What's her name? Regina King?
Regina King,
Yep,
yeah.
she's a great.
She is. She's awesome. Shout out to you, girl.
So your number 4 is Peter Griffin.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
You
not
guys
with that.
breezed by that one the fastest than any of the. Y'all were fighting hard for the
That was-
food.
I mean, it's food. Like,
Foodies.
Well, from like 2 of these, you were the only one that.
I could go for
She's the outlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the last one, which unfortunately you won't have a lot of stock in this one, video games.
Ooh, Zelda's
I'm gonna
number
throw
1.
my
I'll
number
just
in
let y'all
there
know
just to
that.
fuck y'all up.
If he doesn't have Zelda, I don't. We're not continuing.
Number 1, Zelda.
1.
5.
5 is disrespectful.
She's doing that because he said 5 for
Yeah. 1.
5.
1.
2.
1.
You say
Gotta
2.
have
Me in
an
the middle at
average.
1.
You gotta.
2.
1.
I say 5.
1.
You don't even know what's
Two.
coming up.
I don't need to know what's coming up. It ain't gonna be 1.
So the average is 3
1.
between y'all. I
1.
got it.
Don't you do it. Don't you
Can
do
you
it.
just say 2? Just say 2, please. Just say 2. 2. Just say 1.
5.
All right, 3 is locked in for Zelda. Your next one
That is crazy.
the Super Mario franchise.
2.
30.
What? You don't like any of the Super Mario games?
Never really got into them.
2.
I'm gonna have 1.
2, 1 through 5. Just pick one.
5.
5.
I had a
So
1.
average at 3 again.
Yeah,
But we can't do 3.
Yeah.
So
2.
where you put it?
I didn't put it in 2.
Okay.
Because I mean, 1 should have been Zelda, but like you guys exist.
It's 3.
The hate is real.
Call of Duty.
Look
1.
at, here you go. There you go. I knew it was gonna be some nonsense.
1.
Call of Duty, the same game for 8 years, 18 years straight.
Uno.
Y'all have 1, 4, and 5 left.
5.
Uno.
5.
5.
5.
5. I'm sorry. 5.
Yeah, you might be sorry about. You might be sorry about the same
4.
damn game.
Because I said 1.
Oh,
Yeah, I
So the average would be 4.
but they both agreed on 5.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay.
No, because Modern Warfare.
Maybe some nonsense gonna be number 1 over Zelda.
I swear.
Next one. Yeah, 1 and 4 left. FIFA.
4.
4. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I swear to
Then
God.
what I say?
Yeah, I already know one's
Your
gonna
number
be,
1
gonna be nonsense because it's not Zelda.
is Halo.
Yeah, there we go.
He said, yeah, there we go.
I love Halo, but it's not 1 over Zelda.
Oh, you should
Like,
have
come
said
on.
GTA or something.
It's your
Halo
fault.
of all things.
You're welcome.
It's your fault. Oh no,
It
it's
was
not.
the
You
website.
shouldn't have
I
put
pulled this
it
from the website.
Halo?
Who there?
He's gonna haunt your dreams.
Halo?
Pool is now what's the
Careful.
free license, right? So anybody can make a pool story now. Yeah, that's why you got that's why you had that like horror Winnie the Pooh movie and stuff like that. Yeah, because now it's why am I blanking on? No, don't waste my time on that. But you know, just because of her, now I want to write a very bad Pooh movie and get it made.
The last part B is
That's kind of cool. I like
the
that.
part B is now that you know the categories where video games, snacks, sandwiches, fast food, and food
You gotta rank those.
types you get, as a group, you guys have to decide which of these lists do you get to rewrite the rankings.
Wait, remind
Video
us of
games.
the.
It was
No.
video
Remind
games,
us of the thing again.
video games, snacks, sandwiches, fast food, and food types.
Video games.
Sandwiches.
Video
It's
games.
between the fast food and sandwiches, honestly.
Yeah.
All those disrespected.
Deal with it.
So
Sandwiches.
Zelda is crazy.
sandwiches,
Zelda's
you basically said sandwiches.
That's why.
Well-
that's why food trash.
Sandwiches. We had hot dog at the bottom. Remind us of what our ranking was for that place.
Sandwiches, you had cheesesteak, grilled cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, PB&J, hot dog.
That's a
Okay, so
very
fast
that's a
food,
very
that
good
was-
list.
Yeah, that's a good list.
So
Fast
It
food.
is literally the best thing.
Fast food, y'all had Burger King, Panda Express, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Five Guys.
I'm okay with
Okay.
that, except for Five Guys, but I'm okay with that. I could switch Five Guys for Panda Express, but
So y'all have snacks, food types, and video games left.
Zelda's number
What
one
were
for video
snacks?
games.
Veggie straws, goldfish,
Okay.
Doritos.
Yeah, let's do
Snacks.
snacks.
That
Yeah,
was-
because that
yeah,
veggie straws
That was the
thing.
disrespectful one.
Veggie straws hit, man.
No,
Y'all still have to
it
agree.
hits to
Y'all
five.
still have to agree. But
Alright.
what would y'all?
Okay, wait, remind us of the list again.
Veggie straws, goldfish, Doritos, Sun Chips, Takis.
All right,
Okay.
veggie straws 5.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh shit, you put it in the wrong spot.
Takis 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Takis need to be 5.
No, I prefer
Yeah.
Takis over goddamn veggie
It
straws.
was Doritos, Goldfish, and what else?
I think Doritos should be 1.
Sun Chips.
Agreed.
Low key.
Doritos 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
And then
It depends on what type of sun chips.
Cool. I was gonna say burritos.
Sun chips second, and then Goldfish.
I think it's the reverse.
Really?
Goldfish and then some
You're the
chips.
tiebreaker.
Huh.
She
Would
thinks
you
it's-
rather sun chips or Goldfish?
Little rainbow goldfish. Ooh, nah. Extra cheesy goldfish.
Goldfish.
Okay.
Alright.
Goldfish. Sun chips are still good though.
Yeah.
Goldfish.
The blue bag slaps.
Ew. That's the original flavor. It's literally just salt.
There's nothing there. It's just
Yeah.
it's just yes. It's just the
Okay,
chip.
what's wrong with
All right, so thank you everybody for joining us today on this podcast. Thank you everyone for having me on as a guest. I really enjoyed it. I hope to be a part of more, especially if I get to talk Dolphins football, even though I know we got Falcons here because we're, in Georgia, but I don't have a problem with Falcons. Other than that, just wanted to tell you guys, keep your minds open and your volumes turned up.
Yeah.
You said you was gonna make some Haitian food.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did.
tomorrow.
Mer Nation.
From Miami, born in Haiti, from Miami.
He wants to be
Oh,
from
yeah.
Miami.
I forgot about that. I sat right next to her, man, for
Yeah.
hours. So I was just like I looked
I
at
am
her
true
like,
to who I am,
I looked
always.
at her and I was like, "You disgusting."